Ayodele-Bamisaiye, and this is Finance Friday coming to you live from our offices here on Flint Road. I'm always excited to come and talk about all things personal finance and enterprise, and I consider it a privilege and an opportunity. I do not take it for granted. It's good to have the sun out there after yesterday and the day before yesterday's snowfall. Who'd imagine that on April 15, 16, and 17, we'll be talking about fresh snow. That much snow we had in Calgary. And to imagine that the guys in Edmonton missed out on this completely, yeah? But hey, that's where we are at. This Friday morning, we're going to be talking a bit more about financial margin, building margin into your life. We've experienced some of this. We've expounded or spoken about. I've spoken about some of these principles in the past. However, I will just be taking a bit of a deeper look into it, if I can put it that way. Since this month of April, we're talking about building margin into your finances. How can you can create that structure, that order that ensures that when the money comes in, you do not feel that tightness, that pressure, that straight jacket feeling. Yeah, we don't want to have that feeling around money, and that's why I am speaking about this month. But before we go into the meat of the matter, tax season is deep right now. Yeah, we just got less than 2 weeks to have your taxes filed if you are strictly employment income. If you have a business, you're sole proprietor, you still have till June 15, but I don't want you to wait on that. Let's get those tax returns in and filed. So if you're of the modest income persuasion and you really don't know what to do about your tax returns, my friends at the Financial Empowerment Initiative are more than excited to support you. How do you get a hold of them? Head straight to the fei.ca or send an email to taxes as taxes at thefei.ca, and somebody will respond to you and say, hey, we see you'd like to have your taxes filed. We are more than excited to support you, and this is when and where we would like you to show up so that we can get that done. Now, if you'd like to come in person in Calgary, you can go to the Calgary Full Gospel Church. That's downtown, 14th Ave, just between 8th and 9th Street. And somebody will be happy to help you get that done. Calgary Full Gospel Church, that's where it's happening in Calgary. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And if it's in Edmonton, you can head to the Africa Center. The offices of the Africa Center, volunteers are there on hand on Thursdays and Friday, i.e. starting just about an hour from now, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And they will be happy to help you get those tax returns filed. That's number one. Yesterday was Founders Lounge by Startup Court, and we had Mr. John Hedrington talking about interesting numbers. 3 numbers that you have to be aware of if you want to know what business is heading to. And if you want more information about that, join the community.startupcourt.com, and the slides are there. I'll be sharing images of the event on LinkedIn today. We had an amazing time. In spite of the snow, we had an amazing time. Next month, I'll be sharing more information about that. It's games night. We are playing lean. I know you don't know what that means, but there will be lots and lots of information about that coming to support you, to ensure that you can take advantage of the opportunity that presents. All right. So, to the meat of the matter. Why does money feel this tight? The question everybody always, or the answer everybody provides to that question is typically, well, because there's not enough. But there's that story of the high earner who earns a few hundreds of thousands of dollars every year and is still struggling financially. The point is this: money is like water in a reservoir. You have to make sure that there's always more going in than's coming out. That's always the first principle. If you get that right, we can sort the rest out. But how do you ensure that you put yourself in this position? How do you ensure that you're in this place where you can say categorically that, you know what, I like where I'm at financially. I like what I am doing with my money, and I like where this is taking me long term. The point is this: financial pressure is not just about how much you earn. It's more about what you do with the money when it comes in. How do you send it on a message? Do you save it? Do you spend it? And I want us to just take another look at that, to make sure that we are getting that mindset right. The point I'm making is this: it's not just about your income. No, it's not just about your income. It is how your income behaves, right? So we keep there are four things that put you in that position of financial tightness. There are four things that make you feel the heat, feel the pressure. Now, if you're one person who has your salary coming in on the day that all your bills hit, yes. Most of us do it because we feel, oh, it's easy. My salary comes in on the 15th, so I set all my bills for the 15th. What you create by doing that is there is just, the money has no time to breathe, right? You set yourself up such that it's literally a sweep. You get your deposit and then you pay it all out. You get your deposit and you pay it all out. And month in, month out, your bank balance is always close to zero, because the moment the money comes in, the bills take them right out. You want to get away from that. You want to be in a position where you can say, okay, when the money comes in, I know what's going to happen to it, and I give it time to allow that to happen before the bills take it all away. The goal is to ensure that the bills you pay the bills, and then you can also set aside the necessary components that ensure that you have a full life. You don't want to be in that position where you are spending all your money paying bills. You want to be able to say, I paid my bills, I put some away, I can have some fun with the rest, and I know I'm just fine, and I will be fine long term, because today's earnings are paying for my lifestyle today and tomorrow. That's where you want to be. So if you're not there, that's why we're having this conversation, right? Another thing that ensures that you're constrained financially is that you have too many payments. You pay for the car, you pay for the house, pay for the water treatment plant, pay for the phone, pay for the phone plan, pay for the computer. You have so many little payments. It's called death by 1,000 cuts, right? And these payments are not flexible. These payments are fixed, they are necessary, they are required, they are guaranteed. They will happen. So if anything happens to your money and your money comes a day late, suddenly everything looks like the whole world is coming down. So you want to say to yourself, how do I avoid adding another fixed payment? How do I avoid adding another subscription? Right? How do I ensure that I have what I need and no more, and nobody's taking my money for free because I am not using the value, the services that they're supposed to be providing me for the money that I am paying them? Right? So take a look at those fixed payments. When you have lots of them, that's one thing that's definitely going to lead to constraint. Another thing that leads to constraint is unstructured flow. Right? I know I talked about the 5 accounts wealth system a while back. We're going to get back to it soon. But if you're that kind of person that you're just like, oh yeah, I paid my mortgage, I paid my car, okay, I can, yeah, you go to the movies, you hang out with friends, Friday nights, somebody comes with a sub story, you cut them a check, and it's almost like, okay, where is the method to all of this? Where is all of this going? So if you can't see a clear direction, a clear goal coming out of all the money that you seem to be doling out, that is going to lead to tightness, because you're going to give it all out too fast. And then suddenly there's nothing left. And you're like, why do I feel this tightness? Nah. You set yourself up You want to do things differently. And how do you do that? We will get to it shortly. Also, another thing that creates tightness is when you have no buffer, no shocks, no extra money, no spare cash. Car breaks down on a Friday night in the middle of nowhere, or maybe make it Saturday evening, in the middle of nowhere, and then suddenly you don't have AMA. You have to pay cash for being told, pay cash at the shop, pay as in suddenly everything just falls apart because there is no extra, there is no space that allows you to move around. Um, those four things will definitely put you in a tight spot. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. One thing I can say is working harder doesn't fix that. All that, everything I've described is not about income, it's about structure. It's not about income, it's about mindset. So if we fix the income and we don't, if the income is better and the mindset doesn't change, the structure doesn't change, the pain will remain. The only way to address this is to fix the structure and to fix the mindset. So next week, we're going to take a look at these things in a little bit more detail. How do you reduce the pressure? How do you create the space? How do you ensure that your finances are working for you, right? They're working for you, not for the car company, not for the bank, not for the phone company, not for your friends at your Friday night hangout. You want to make sure that your finances are working for you, right? So that's the conversation that we're going to be having this time next week when I come to you on Finance Friday. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. It's always a pleasure to be able to come and do this. This month has been about financial margin. We have one or two more sessions to go, and I am always excited to do this. So with that, that's pretty much all I got for you this Friday morning. If you have not filed your tax returns yet, make sure you get it done before April 30 if you are an employee. And if you have a sole proprietorship or some kind of business income, you have a bit more time. June 15 is a day for you. Get it done by then. And if you've had a good tax plan, then you should get a healthy refund or a much minimized tax bill. If you haven't, then you should be having a conversation with me. Where do you find me? Talk to me.dexteritas.ca. Just write that in your browser. Talk to me.dexteritas.ca, one word, and I'll be open to have a conversation with you about how you can better structure yourself from a tax perspective. That's all I got this Friday morning, and I wish you an amazing rest of the day. The weekend promises to be beautiful as far as the weather is concerned, so have some fun. Take care, and bye for now.